hair. Welcome everyone who is going to watch this live. And I also want to say thank you for everyone who's going to watch the replay. Today I am playing with makeup. I am using Clarity Cosmetics Stain the Glass Press Pigment Palette. And it looks like this. And the inside is gorgeous. This is what the inside look like. It is a 6-pan palette. Today I want to do a 2-color eyeshadow look. I already have my base on. My base is hello Alicia. How are you, Alicia? I hope you had a great Mother's Day. I hope. Today I am using my base is on and I have the Fenty and it is the Pro Filter Powder Foundation in 420. That's what I have on. I use the e.l.f. Poreless Face Primer as my primer. It's a semi-matte one. Thank you for stopping by. I always appreciate it. Always, always, always. And then I use my One Size powder, Dark 4 Golden, as my bronzer. I have it on my cheeks also, and I bronze my face. I'm using this blush by, who is it from? It's called Fig Blush Sobe. I got it in my box. This blush, I put it on, and then I took the brush, I used the bronzer, and I put it over it. Because this don't show at all. It's pretty, but it doesn't show. Let me show you what it looks like. It's a very, very pretty. See the color? It almost just disappeared my skin. Okay, very nice. Yes, I had a relaxing one. I just stayed like usual, stayed home, relaxed, and call it a day. And then my husband ordered some food and we ate and, just enjoying a blessed day. So today I'm just going to use this palette. This palette is so, so, so pretty. Yeah, it is this is so pretty, but it just don't show up. You have to add something else with it. And I just use this powder over it. But this palette is so, so gorgeous. It is, I love playing in makeup. I love creating things out of the box. I open a palette, my mind just goes ding, 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 ding. So I love doing that. I love doing that. Today, I am not going to stay so long. I make sure I did my steps before I started. I hope I got them done. So for the morning, let me see how many steps I've done. Okay, I've done 11,635 steps so far since I woke up at 8 o'clock this morning. Yeah. It is always nice seeing you all in the chat. It's like when it's in the chat like this live, it's like it's personal. It's like I can touch you, I can talk to you. It's always nice. Yep, so this is what I have on my face so far. Lips, I have not decided yet. Maybe I'll use a shimmer from the palette, who knows. But I base my eye with it's the Milani. It's like my skin shade. So I did that. And I have a fluffy brush. I'm going to use, there's so many, the 6-pan, but it's so pretty. I'll use this green. I'll go green. The last time when I used this shade and this shade. So this time I'm gonna go this too. I'll tell you what the names are. Yes, it is. It's very pretty. The green is Picture Perfect. This matte green is called Picture Perfect. And I like the name. This green is called Tinted Love. This is so cute. Tinted Love. Oh, cute names, cute names. Oh. So let me start. I am always happy when someone shows up. I try not to keep anybody up for too long. Hey, Angie. Oh my God. I thought of you this morning, Angie. How are you? I know the name of this thing is so cute. Tinted Love. The first column I'm using is Picture Perfect, but the second column I'm going to be using is called Tinted Love, which is so good. Ah, this is so cute. With this eyeshadow, I want to take it high, but I don't want the green to be so pigmented all the way up. I just want right here to be pigmented. So what I'm doing, I am just making sure when I'm done with the crease, I take the same brush with nothing else added and I just dab on the edge of it all the way up so it can be sheer. So as I go higher and higher, it gets sheer. So I don't have heavy pigment under my brow, but just a flush of color. I hope you can see it. I put mostly all the product I needed right here, and the brush I just keep dabbing all the way up until it gets lighter and lighter and lighter, like this. So this is lighter just how I want it. So how is everyone doing today? I hope everybody's doing good. Very good, very good. Yeah, this morning I was on my tread when I'm walking and people come to mind. I say a prayer, and Angie, you came to mind this morning. I was like, oh my God. I was like, I hope Angie's fine because when people come across my mind, I always say a prayer. I was like, just guide them. So I'm glad you're doing okay. So same thing with the other eye. What you do to one, you do to another, to the next one. And also, if you have puffy hooded eyes, you know one is always bigger than the other. So your eyeshadow will always look like you don't have enough on one eye and more on the other. So you play with it, especially you start in the corner. Like now I'm stretching my eyes, so everything is coming together. But if I close my eyes, you can see how here doesn't have enough and over here looks like it has enough. So I just play with it until I think I have it where I want it and it's not as dark. This one is darker than this one, so I go back again and I go in the crease and then I walk it up, and now I relax my eyes. You see, when I relax my eyes, you see the fold. Now I relax my eyes and I just go over it because I'm trying to match this one. It's never the same because one fold is bigger than the other because one eye is always more puffy than the other. So I just leave my eyes relaxed and I just go up and up and up until I get to the brow bone with no additional product on there. And then I stay in the outer corner and I just brush it back in just to take away some of the color. And I do the same in the beginning of my eye. So I can brush excess out, but at the same time, I'm going up. If you notice, I'm going up. So here we go. Here we go. Now, when I look, this eye right here, more of it does not have. If you see, it doesn't have, this one have. So now I'm just gonna go up so I can match it. And that's where all the hooded eyes, come in because like I say, this one and this one, the fold is always different. Over here, I have less. Over here, I have more. So I just have to play with it until I can get the color to be the same. And I just sweep up, up, and you'll see how it falls in place. Now see, it has green, it has green, it matches. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So that's how I get to match my hooded eyes. Because if I look at you with it relaxed now it looks even. A little while ago over here did not have enough and here was complete. So now I have this on. Ooh, I'm going into tinted love. Tinted love. Yay. I always appreciate y'all. I say that all the time because I want y'all to know, because sometimes we don't say how we feel about people, how we care about people, how, we think about people. We tend not to tell people that often. And then you hear something happen and you're like, ah, I wish I had said that. And I try to tell people exactly how I feel, what I'm feeling. If I think of them, I'll let them know. If I say a prayer for them, I'll let them know when I do talk to them. So it is my I am for today is I am open for any change that will make my life easier. I am open to any change that will make my life easier. Yeah, it's sometimes I have a sister after me, and my mom used to always tell us, "You all say too much. You all put everything out on the table." And I'm like, that's how you're supposed to do it. You're supposed to put everything on the table, because at the end of the day, you cannot have remorse feelings that you did not say something or you said something that you should not have said. You put it out on the table and you have that discussion with whoever it is. And, at the end of the day, everybody can say, okay, at least you tell me how you feel, even though I don't like it, but at least. And that's how. So she's always tell her, she said, leave something for tomorrow. And I used to say, well, tomorrow is now, because every day is tomorrow. So it was crazy. Now I'm going into this green right here. I want to put on my lids. That green is pretty. I hope it's as pretty. So now we're going like for a grungy, smoky, swampy green. That's what it looks like. Ooh, this green is nice. This green is nice. I can guarantee you, if I use this green on a white base, there will be a whole other look. This green is so pretty. I am going to show you how pretty this is. Isn't this cute? This is pretty. Oh my God. This just take the look to a whole new level. I love this. This is so, oh, I have to use this on a white base. I have to use this on a white base. See, this is how the ideas come in. I start one thing and then other things just get downloaded. But always remember that you have to take care of yourself. You should take care of yourself. Yesterday, emotions were going. My emotions were like so strong. I got on before I set up my machine, I walk around, doing other things, because I try to make sure I get my steps in. And I just started crying. I was not hurt. I was not sad. And why I was crying, oh my God, this just looks so pretty. Oh my God, it's so pretty. And I was just crying. I was not sad. I was not hurt. Nothing. Hey, okay. Hi, Sarah. How are you? Thanks. Yeah, talk to each other in the chat. Almost say collab because I just finished filming for collab for tomorrow. But I just started crying, and I started, I was like, oh my God. I just started, and then as I'm crying, I started giving thanks. I was like, thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you, God, for everything you have done. Because when I moved to Florida, I was in my middle 20s. I think I was 22 or 23. And I moved with my son. He wasn't quite 2 years yet. He wasn't 2 years yet. And I moved to Florida because my relationship was fine with my husband. I married young. You know, if you get pregnant back then, family want, well, my dad wanted me to be married. His parents did not want him to get married, so things were bad. And I left, and I was like, I called my friend because I knew her in school back in 1984 when we were in school in New York. She had given me her number. She told me she was going to Atlanta. So I called her. I say, well, now I'm in Canada and I need to move. Are you still in Atlanta? She's like, no, I'm just darkening the corner with the first call I put down. She's like, no, but I'm in Florida if you want to come. I was like, okay. So I bought a train ticket for my son and I told my husband, my ex-husband, I say, I am leaving. And he's like, why? I say, I can't do this anymore. I can't do this anymore. This is killing me. I say, my happiness comes first. My joy, my laughter has disappeared. I say, I can't do this. I say, I did it once, and I did do it once. But I say, I'm not doing it again. This time, my son is born. I'm not pregnant. I'm not doing it. And I decided to come to Florida. And when I moved there in the building, I was like, okay, I gotta get a job, but now I have to find babysitter. And this one lady just saw me and my son playing once, and she just took to us. And she's like, you know, I will babysit for you for free until you can pay me. Just like that. And yesterday that came to mind, and I just cried. I start giving thanks. I say, see how God put so many people, so many angels in my life when I had nothing, didn't know where I was going. I was just moving with the universe, not knowing where I was going or what I was gonna do. I just listened and I just did it. So I was like, see how far I have come. And the lady's daughter is my second son's godmother. And I was saying, I have called her many times. I used to talk to her. The lady that used to she used to take care of my older son, and then in turn start taking care of my second son while I was in Florida as years went by. But I mean, she took care of my first son, when I moved from Canada to Florida, without, I mean, I didn't know her, she didn't know me, and she just decided, you know what? I will do it for you until you can pay me. That's how God works. When I tell you, when I tell you, hello, City Liquor 45. Hi, welcome, welcome. Yes, he does. God always does. I mean, it's not now. And that's why when I tell people, I know I am blessed, I'm not bragging. It is God have taken me places I would have never thought I would be there. And he have moved me through and through and through. And I tell my kids that all the time. I tell them, I say, I am one blessed person sitting here in front of you. Just like that, the lady came to me. I will take care of your kid for you. And as time went by and I would stop by, we would talk, and I lived upstairs, she lived downstairs. And she would keep him for me because sometimes I would finish work late, and by the time I get there, he's already fed, he's already taken care of. I mean, it is, it was just, it was just crazy. Crazy good, not crazy bad. And we started talking, and she told me she was from Jamaica. That's the first place I ate ackee and saltfish, jerk chicken, curry chicken. And but I have tried get in contact with her daughter, and we used to talk, but I have, over the years, I have not been able to find her. Second she's my second son's godmother, and her mom moved to Orlando to stay with her brother over there. And I have never seen her. And I'm telling you, that was back in the 90s. So, she might not be here with us, but she came to my mind yesterday, and I tell you, I cried happy tears because I was just thanking God. I said, see how God took care of me when I had just my friend in Florida. And God provided this lady. He sent her to the little playground that was on by the apartment, and told me she can take care of my son for me without paying her. If you don't think that's an angel, you're not in this world. If you don't think that's an angel, you're not here. She didn't know me. She knew my friend because my friend lived there, but she didn't know who I was. And I'm talking like a week from the time I got there. A week. So that is how God works. And he have blessed me plenty, plenty times before after that. I mean, God always shows up for me. Always, always. And I tell people that. I say, I can count of so many times when God have put me here and sent people there and give me this. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. But blessings, no matter what you say. All is good, all is good. I am doing fine. It rained here yesterday, but so far the sun, this is Florida, the sun is just hot. Yes, please give me a thumbs up so YouTube knows that my lives are doing good. I'm using this eye method. They sent me, did it? Yeah, I think they sent me this in Pia years ago. And I'm still using it, and I love it. I have a Kat Von D one, but for some reason this one is never ending. I don't know what they put in it, what they didn't put in it. It's never ending. It keeps going. Every time I think it's dry, it's there. I'm looking in the magnifying mirror. I need my glasses to read. But and that's why I always thank you all for showing up, for commenting, for sharing, for just being my friend, for being my friend. I always appreciate that because not too many people can say they have good friends, not too many people. But yeah, that's how, I mean, Miss Mary just came to me and tell me that, and Miss Mary came to mind yesterday, and boy, I cried. I thank God for her. She ended up taking care of my second son when I had him. She was always there. I would stop by, we would talk, we would give jokes. When I had a job, I would pay her, I would give her extra. She'd always take the extra I give her and buy something for the kids. Always. I'll be like, Miss Mary, I know you did not have to buy them that because I was working. I say, I give you that so you can do something for yourself. Sometimes I would buy her flowers and I'd bring it. She'd be like, child, you don't have to do that for me. I say, I know, just like you don't have to do that for me. But I say, I want to show you how much I appreciate it. We became such good friends. She became like my mother. I would stop there when I'm going upstairs My son would be sleeping. She'd be like, please don't wake him up. He can sleep there. And she would keep him. And next morning, I would pass and I would wake up early, get dressed, and I would spend time with them, like hang out with them before I go to work. And she'd be like, go to work. He's okay. I know, but I want to spend some time with you all before I go. But that's how we became very, very close. Miss Mary became like my second mother. And we hang out. I would spend my off days with her. We would sit outside, we would talk. She would cook. Sometimes I would cook and I'd bring the food down and I would sit in the apartment with her. We would talk all on my off days. Some days while the clothes washing because they had wash and dry and we'd be talking. We would be talking. It's like so well, that's why yesterday it was like I'm not sure. They always say when you think of somebody, they close by and something, So with her, I mean, I like I say, I don't think Miss Mary is still here because years ago I felt like when she left, but I guess her angel was around yesterday, and I just thank God. I gave him so much thanks for putting all these good people into my life. Good people. I couldn't have asked for anything else. Even if I asked for it, it would not have worked out the way he had planned. You know what I mean? I gotta say, hey, I want this, that. You just can't ask exactly what you want if it's not your life purpose. You can ask, but if it's not what he have for you, it doesn't happen. And if the timing is not the right timing, it won't happen. So when I pray, I say, God, whatever you want me to do today, let that happen. Because I cannot say I want this, that. It might not be any of that stuff he have for me. Whatever he has for me, that's what I ask. I say, whatever you have for me today, that's what I want. Because I learned a long time ago, you can ask for everything you want. And until he decides to do it his way, it's not happening. It won't happen. It will not happen. So I changed how I pray a long time ago. When I pray completely different. I'm using the brown in there. Let me see the brown name because they all have really cool names. The brown name is called Pain in the Glass. This one right here. I'm going to use it underneath. Thank you, thank you. That's why I like to pray for people. When I pray for people, I always say, God, give them what you desire for them. When somebody's sick, I pray, I say, God, I pray for healing. I pray for comfort for that person, but I also pray for the person who is going to take care of that person. Because I ask God to give them patience and strength, because taking care of someone who is sick can wear the person down fast. So I always pray for the person who's sick and for the person who's going to take care of them. Because the person who's going to take care of them, you want them to be in a good spirit so they can help uplift the person who is sick. That's how I pray. Hey, Ruby, how are you? Hi, Manuela. Thank you all for stopping by. Thank you, thank you. I'm doing a green look. We're almost there. I'm taking the brown and I'm just going underneath the black that I put. Yeah, but that's how I pray. I learned a long time ago, a long, long time ago, to switch how I pray for people. When I ask God to help them, I ask God to give them what He thinks they need, not what I think, because I'm not in control. I'm just there to support. God is the one who's in control. Because I want my prayer to be sincere. When I pray, it's out of this good heart God gave me, this heart, because I want it to be honest, because I know whatever I put out is what I'm going to receive. If I pray for bad for somebody, trust me, bad is not going to happen to the person. Bad is going to happen to me because it's my energy. So I have to protect my energy when I pray for others. Don't pray for anything bad for people. If you can't, like my mom used to say, if you can't ask for anything good, don't ask for anything, period. Mascara. This little mascara, I love it. Whenever you sit and the fan is on, it dries it up. What? I am not putting that fan off because my little menopausal body needs it. But it survives. It survives. Like now, it's kind of like out in the fan, so it's drying. But once I put it back in the tube, it recovers. I love it. This little look is coming together. You see that? Mascara makes a difference. Mascara. If you don't use mascara, you can use a spoolie and just do your your lashes so it can stand out. Because when you put mascara, the eye looks hello. When you put no mascara, the guy is like, I'm here, but I'm not up yet. You see the difference? Mascara, it's like, I am here, I'm ready to go dancing. I'm always dancing. I'm always dancing. After this, I put music on and I dance around the house. I get my steps in. I mean, it is always a pleasure over here doing something fun. My life is not full of a lot, but I make it worth it. If you understand what that means, I make it worth it. If I wake up in the morning, I'm like, you know what? Gotta do something. Okay, that brown, is it coming through or is it me? It looked like it need a little something. Let's see if the mascara fix it. I don't want the whole eye, under eye to be green. That's why I went with the brown. Yeah. But my life have not always been sugar and spice. And again, it was because I like to speak out. If something not right, I will say something. Like my mom used to say, you don't put everything out in one, you don't say everything one time. So that caused me a little pain and headache at a young age. But trust me, when I tell you that helped shape the rest of my life, unbelievable it did. Oh, an update. I know I mentioned it a while back. Just trying to, my runny nose allergy. My friend that I found 2 years ago, I found her 2 years ago. And when was it? Last year, yeah, because last year my stepmom had her surgery. Last year, she passed. I could not believe it. When I talked to her son, I was like, that is why I didn't hear from her, because we used to text for 2 years straight. Good morning. I text her good morning. Good afternoon. She tell me she was suffering with anxiety. I tell her no problem. She said, some days I don't get back to you. I said, do not feel guilty. I'm just happy that I found you. She was an angel also. She was an angel that God had put in my life to save me for school back in 1984. 1984. Yes. And I had lost touch with her over the years, and I found her 2 years ago, and we would talk. I would text her, I would call her. We did FaceTime. I mean, she's like, you found me? I say, you know how long I've been looking for you? And we would talk, and she would call me, and a lot of things had changed in her life. Lots had changed in her life. And it really did break my heart. And I gave her some advice, and we talked, and she took it, and she went back. Her son picked her up, and she went back to where her son lived. And it was the last time I talked to her was Mother's Day last year. And then I was busy with my mom and dad, my stepmom and dad, and I text her here and there, here and there. And then I text her a couple, like text her June, didn't hear from her. And then I text her again in, I think it was September, and I didn't hear from her. And one of my friends called, and they're like, "How is such and such doing?" I was like, "I haven't talked to her. Maybe she's dead." And then I decided, let me go on her page on Facebook. Let me go see how she's doing. And lo and behold, she died. I'm going to use the Juvia's Place Terracotta blush as my lip color today. Yeah, so she did pass. I cried last year. I keep forgetting to tell you all that. I cried so much. Every morning I wake up, I'll cry. I think I cried for weeks. I was sad for a while. But what gave me comfort, and I keep forgetting to tell you all that. I keep saying I guess I cried so much I forget. And what gave me comfort is that I was like, God gave me 2 years with her. And for that, I was thankful. I remember once I text her and ask her something, and she texts me back. She's like, "No question mark? Since when you have improper English?" she, she was my dumb Ari. She was my supporter when I was going through my hardest moments, trying to adjust. She was there for me. She even reached out to my dad to talk to my dad to help have my dad, be in my life at one point because, like I said, I was homeless and all of that stuff. So, and she's like, "You text like this?" So I text her back. I say, "I didn't realize you noticed." She said, "Of course I noticed." So she was really good to me. Oh, by the way, this is the look. Looking good. I love this little stained glass. If you come across this, you gotta get it. The colors are just so gorgeous. 6, but it's powerful. I gotta use this shimmer green all by itself on a white base. I gotcha. Because I wanna see what it's going to look like. Yeah, but this is the look. And I had rollers in my hair. I just blow dried it and I didn't iron it. This is still the keratin hair. And I just put rollers on last night. I took them out and I have a fro. Yeah, but and I can wear my glasses and you can still see my shimmer. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, it is. It's such a cute. Hi, DeAndre. Oh my God. I haven't seen anything come through. I must find out why. Sometimes I get a lot of stuff and sometimes I don't get anything. So, oh, hi, Vicky. Hello, hello. Yes, God's blessing to all of us. Yep. Yep. Yeah, this is really cute. This is a cute. This is good. I'm gonna use that shimmer again on a white base in a video. Yeah, but that's what happened to my RA friend. I mean, we got the last 2 years we got to talk, we catch up. I mean, I used to call her, she used to call me. She tells me she was suffering with anxiety. I mean, I get caught up on everything that was going on, and so did she. And when she passed, I didn't know. I just had a feeling because I always text and she always replied 2 days later, but those texts kept saying undelivered, undelivered. And I didn't have the time to check because my stepmom needed me, my dad needed me. So, and then after they left and I find out, I was like, wow. And I cried and I said, thank you, God, for giving me 2 years with her. Thank you. Because I searched for her for over 5 years. Over 5 years. I mean, I would go to Facebook and ask everybody, have you seen this person? Did she get married? Did her name change? I mean, for 5 years. And finally, one person said, oh, I think this is the person you're looking for, the way you describe her, but her last name is this. And that's how I found her 2 years ago. And it was so nice. I had 2 beautiful years with her. Didn't I had planned a road trip to go drive and see her, but that didn't happen. But we talked and we FaceTime, and she's now in heaven. She's a good soul. She was a good soul. So I am content. I am, and I tell you, I am when I tell you I'm content that I get to spend 2 years with her, it was the best. God makes no mistakes, none. He gave me those 2 years. He knew I needed it because if I just find out from someone she passed, I think I'd be crushed. I would have been crushed. I'd be like, I didn't get to talk to her. I mean, so he knows exactly what we need when we need it. And that he gave me. And for that, I am grateful. But again, always remember you first. Love yourself a whole lot more. A whole lot more. The end of the month, my dad will be visiting. He has declined in the memory bank. He still remembers me when I call him. He knows. He's like, hey, Bill. I'm like, hi, Dad, you all right? He's like, yeah. I'm like, you good? He's like, yeah, thank God, everything is okay. I'm like, thank you. So he's coming up for the end of the month for his checkup. So we'll get to spend a week. I think he's only coming for a week because the memory thing is not so good. So try not to keep him too long so he don't get too confused because he get nighttime confusion, and he tries to go out and we lock the door and we have shutters, so when he's here we put the hurricane shutters so he can't get out. So you know I am just happy that I will get to see him again, and whatever God wants to do, he's in control. Whatever he wants to do, he's in control. I'm a daddy's girl. But whatever God chooses, I am just flowing with it. Whatever he puts in my way, I flow with it. That's it. But I love you all dearly. Remember to always take a little bit of time to reach out to somebody that you're thinking of and you maybe haven't talked to. If you can call them, send a text. Let them know how much you love them and care about them. And for the ones that have memory problem who don't remember, reach out to somebody who's close to them and let them know that you're thinking of that person. I love you all dearly. Thank you all again for coming to my live. This is the look I created today with Clarity Cosmetics stained glass. Be well, be blessed, and as always, I appreciate each and every one of you. Bye bye. Now I gotta figure out how to put it off. Every day, every week I come here, I'm learning. You are very welcome, my friend. I love you. You know I love you. I love each and every one of you. And I mean that to the fullest.